Hello. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi, Imo. Hi, Maslow. Hi, Chidori. Hi, Sailor Rose. Hi, everyone. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, or even good night, wherever you're tuning from. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thanks for coming in and joining me today. Whew. Hello. Conphobos. Oh, whoops. Did I shift that? Oh no. Whoops. There you go. Fixed. Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing today? Conphobos. That's right. Conphobos. Hello. Conmudra. I'm having pretty eepy evening, actually. I feel like whenever I come on, I'm always EP, but hey, it is like my streaming time is pretty late after all. Hope everybody is doing well. How is everyone doing? Did you guys do anything fun this weekend? What did I do this weekend? What did I do? I feel like I didn't do much either. I had a lot of sleep as usual. And then I played a lot of Minecraft. And I drew a bunch, and that's about it. I think it's a standard Phobos weekend for me. Teehee. Ooh, F1 race! Yeah, I heard that was like that was a really good race that happened recently. I don't follow it too much, but it sounds super fun. EP is the natural state of the silicon ray. That is true. That is true. I am always EP. I don't know a time when I'm not EP, honestly. Even after a nap and after a full night's of sleep, I can't say I'm ever not EP, you know. Well, I am the Manta of the night, so it's pretty standard of me to be EP, I guess. And I watched Goji versus King Ghidorah 91 with us. Ooh, fun! I think I watched that one too. Super fun. Love that. Love that movie. Sounds fun. I'm glad you guys had a fulfilling weekend. Yeah. I did go for a swim earlier today. Which, yeah. I do miss swimming. It's been a while since I went swimming because it is pretty chilly right now in the season, so I haven't been going to the pool as much. Yeah, I'm pretty as much as I really adore the water, I'm terrified of cold water. That's one thing I can't really stand. It's cold water. God, I miss swimming. Yeah. I should really swim more, but yeah. Well, I do have the pool that I have at my place it's a heated pool, so it's not too bad, but once you get out of the water, that's when you suffer really. EP, today's the last day of my 4-day weekend, so I'm gonna catch up on stuff since I napped a lot. Ooh, nice. Yeah, you should stockpile on a lots of sleep in the weekend so that you can go full on in the week. Yeah, that's what I like to do. That's my main strategy, really. I haven't even tried swimming in the last year. Ah, you should. I feel like swimming is really good for the soul. Yeah, I really don't go swimming enough. I love swimming. We have lakes here, but it's summer, so there's algae growth that can be. Ah, I see. Yeah, I can see how that would kind of turn you off. I personally don't swim. Besides the sea, I don't really swim anywhere else. Like I think I've swam in a lake or a river maybe once or twice in my life. Yeah, and the rest of the time it's either at the beach or in the swimming pool. Mostly the swimming pool, I think. It's the most convenient option for me. Still fighting with the acrylics design. Gamma Chidori, you got this. the design is already looking good. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the finished printed product. Oh, speaking of acrylics, um, I don't know if you guys have seen, but I I've been thinking of making merch of um some of the girls, namely the designs that I posted the other day was of Daya, Raki, and Lazu, and I'll be so honest, I was not expecting the traction that it received. so I so I posted kind of posted those concept sketches before I went to bed. And then I went to bed and then I woke up and I kind of got a mini heart attack because I saw my notifications were, well, they weren't blowing up per se, but for my standards, they kind of were. I wasn't expecting so many people to see them. Because honestly, there's a reason why I didn't tag people, right? Like I didn't use hashtags or anything because it's a really, really rough sketch of a really rough concept that I've been thinking of. So I didn't I was a bit surprised when it seemed like it caught on it onto some of the girls' algorithms, and I think at least one of them retweeted it, so it kind of got more visibility than I expected. But you know, it's good. I mean, I'm happy that people are enjoying them. I'm just a bit I'm not really used to seeing so many comments, I guess. So much feedback. But yeah, I'm so happy to hear that lots of people are kind of receiving the designs positively. Because in all honesty, I really do want to make them. So I have been thinking of doing kind of an interest check, like an interest check form. But yeah, so in a way, I think this has been quite the market research, the preliminary market research, if you will. The keychain designs you made are so cute. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. I'll buy one of each at least. Oh, I'm kind of debating on the design still. If you've seen the designs, I don't know if I can pull it up here, but if you've seen the designs, they kind of have like 3 charms. Oh, I think I removed them. Wait, recent. Yes. So I am thinking of having, instead of 3 charms. So right now you've got Raki, like you've got the VTuber, and then you've got their mascot, and you've got like a third miscellaneous like object that represents them, kind of. And I was thinking of whittling it down to just 2 because truthfully, the third charm does push the prices up a little bit, and I'm just afraid that if it costs too much, people might not want to buy them. So I'm thinking of just removing the third. I can show you the rest of the designs. So this is the one I had for Lazu. Yeah. Can I zoom this in? Yeah. This is the one I had for Lazu. Yeah, I got a little silly squishy lad. I tried to make him as squishy as I could. Possibly make him... I wasn't sure what was the best thing to represent Lazu, so I just went with her Naruto. Yeah. Naruto fish cake. I think the former Pixel Talents goods went pretty well at Offkai. Maybe you can get a table for some of you organized for... I really want to do that. Honestly, because logistically speaking... Okay, wait, let me show you guys the Daya one too, because probably want to see that too. Logistically speaking, shipping is gonna be pretty tough for me, considering I would say I'm located pretty, far from where most Pixel Talents or like their fans are. Like yeah, because most of the fans are from North America, right? And yeah, I I just don't know how I'm gonna ship everything. I'm just worried about the high shipping cost. So I have been thinking of looking into perhaps I don't know, either getting a shipping partner in NA, or yeah, maybe tagging along someone who might be, running a booth at a con. I think those are my most viable options. But yeah, I'm still working it out. Mm. The Naruto was a great choice, as is the grimoire, but yeah, I have the exact same logistical issues. Yeah, you feel me. It's hard. It's hard. Shipping's a bit of a pain, both for both for the sellers and for, I guess, like customers. Logistics nowadays are so tricky, so I understand the hesitation and worry. Yeah, honestly, it really is the main thing that's been stopping me from, diving into merch. I'm not gonna lie, I've had the idea to make merch for a long time. I have made merch before in the past, like in the far, far past, for other fandoms. I used to make like Pokemon fan art. So I used to make like Pokemon. I had Pokemon acrylic keychains made for me by someone else, but yeah, they were selling on my behalf. But it was pretty easy back then because they were selling it at a local con, so I never had to worry about any sort of shipping or like other logistics like that. But considering most of my fans are now across the globe, yeah, I have to think about it a little bit. Yeah. I have no clue how she did it, but Mimi shipping her own merch was really affordable. Oh, really? I wonder if... Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, she had to personally send them. Well, I don't know if she sent them direct to people or if she had kind of like an intermediary, like a shipping partner. So, yeah, if she did, it would kind of make sense why it's a little cheaper, I guess. And maybe the only thing that she had to personally ship were kind of like the sweets and the letters. So those probably don't cost too much to ship, I think, if they're like a standard letter size. So yeah, I don't know. There's just there's just a lot for me to think about. Yeah. But I would be so eager to make these, if anything, just to have them for myself at the bare minimum. I'd love to be able to hand them out to people too, but oh god, hate that I'm living so far away from everybody. Maybe you can make a label or circle with other artists. Yeah. I haven't really approached anyone per se, but that is kind of one of the things I'm considering. But of course, I'll have to I have to ask around if anybody is interested to do that. Because yeah, as far as I know, I think besides Chidori and Chisaki, I think I don't know a lot of people personally that are making merch of the Pixel X Pixel talent. So yeah, but I'm gonna be spending the foreseeable future, the coming week, I suppose, to do some research on this because I really want to see it come to life. I think it's gonna look really good. I'm just really worried about the cost. And yeah, honestly, I don't know what people's limits are when it comes to spending on keychains. So I have to be really mindful about the pricing as well because I'm not trying to, honestly, this, if I made these, it honestly wouldn't be for profit because I don't think I'll be making much out of it considering how much it'll probably cost. But I also want to try not to break my bank considering I'm still kind of recovering from somewhat of a financial situation. So I have to be careful. I have to be very mindful. That's it. So yeah. Yeah, things are complicated for sure. Yeah, I think yeah, when you involve multiple people, it can get pretty complicated. So I do worry about that as well. But I know that it does come with a lot of benefits too. But yeah, mm. Stickers would be easier in terms of logistics. That's the only merch I have some clue about. Oh yes, for sure. If it was stickers, I wouldn't really think twice about I guess like sending them off internationally. But because these are acrylics, they're definitely gonna be yeah, whole different whole different ball game in terms of yeah, shipping costs and stuff. So yeah, I do think I should probably create an interest form, and I might do that in the coming week if if I manage to firm up some sort of plan with like the logistics of it all. Yeah. Man, I'd love to hang I don't know if this is considered narcissistic of me, but I'd really love to hang these at home, you know, like in my pixel shrine, my personal pixel shrine too. I really love hanging keychains. I'm not sure why. Well, I do know why we don't see them as much. It's definitely a price thing. You know, it does involve multiple charms, so it can get pretty pricey, but yeah, they're so cute. I think people should make more, you know, multiple charm keychains, like hanging charm keychains. Mm. These are going on the shrine like immediately. Yeah, yeah. I would put yeah, but I don't know. I've never experienced it before. Okay, I have my own. I do have my own merch like the one I mentioned earlier from the past when I used to make Pokemon merch, I do have one of my own merch at home. And I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna feel weird for me to decorate my own house with my own artwork. I typically don't do that unless I'm super, super proud of, you know, the artwork itself. So yeah, I really wanna make these keychains as cute as possible so that it's something that I can accept in my own shrine. Yeah. I like taking my diacrylic with me everywhere. Kawa has yet to even ship my stuff, so this is all I have. Yeah. We're kind of beggars at this point, you know, like I haven't received my merch either, but you know, I think they're moving to a new warehouse, so yeah, a lot of things are being are at like going on down at Kawa, so I don't really blame them for the delayed shipping. Plus with Offkai and everything, and yeah, they've been having a lot of merch drops lately, so expect to hear about my merch soon, hopefully. Gosh. Yeah, I can't wait to receive my Daya birthday merch. Oh my gosh, that is gonna be... It looks so gorgeous. I've seen pictures of it, and above everything, I really want to know what number I have for my Daya card. Oh yeah. I heard that. Yeah, everyone's kind of down with something, right? From Offkai. So yeah, that's gonna make things even more rough. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit tough for a while, but no worries. I'm sure everything will be sorted soon. But without further ado, because I'm gonna try to not make this stream too long. So so I know this is a drawing stream, but I kind of wanna play some horse game after I'm done with this piece, maybe. So so it entirely depends on whether I'm able to complete this. I mean, it's kind of in the middle stages of rendering, so I'm hoping that I can make enough progress to call it finished. and then we can play some horse game. Con sickness is a B word. True. Preach. So far, I think the lowest digits were the ones available at Offkai, and the higher. Yeah, that's true. I think someone, was it Daya, who confirmed that they did reserve the lower numbers for Offkai. So, yeah, and I heard of a Monmon who got 77. Lucky them. That is probably the best numbered card besides, I guess, 177 that you could get for this for the card. So yeah, good for them. Onzes, yeah, let's go. I kind of fell into that trench. Unfortunately. So I actually did a little bit of the rendering off stream. Just a little bit. I redid the rendering because I kind of realized what I didn't like about it, or rather I remembered the technique that I used for the pieces that I like, and I tried to emulate that. So hopefully this looks a bit better. I think this is the older one. Wait, did I undo the... No, I didn't. And did the multiply? I don't know where the old... Is it this one? Okay, whatever. I can't find the old one. Oh, it's this one. And the new one... Okay. So this is the old rendering, which I find it to be a little too... I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the shape. So I kind of made... Like, I kind of redid it. This is actually the third time I'm redoing the hair highlights. But I made it a little, I guess, softer. So it looks like this now. And I just feel that this style is a little more natural and a bit less glaring. So I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah. Almost done with the rendering. I just need to add in some shine to the ponytail, and then I'm golden. Here at 3, because this is attempt number 3 on making hair shine that I'm happy with. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to find the... I'm not able to find the brush that I particularly like that is similar to the one that I use on Procreate, but I figured this is sort of close enough. Kind of. How do you even render ponytails? Do you guys know? A pain. What a pain. Here at 3. Ooh. It feels like I was just getting the hang of this type of hair rendering style back when I was using Procreate. I had just started to get really, I guess, comfortable with the style, and like I felt like I finally found a shading style, or like a rendering style that I liked. And then I switched to Clip Studio and I tried to experiment a little bit, and I kind of forgot how to do it. So now I'm having to relearn the whole process. But it's okay. I'm kind of learning it now. Yeah, no, not really. In the end, I feel I did install a bunch of more variable erasers, but none of them really and brushes, and none of them really kind of are too similar to the one that I typically use. So yeah, I think the best thing I could find is this pressure eraser, which is it's basically a standard pressure eraser, but it's similar enough to the brush I use in Procreate. It just doesn't have the textures. Because I feel like the one that I use in Procreate is a little bit more gritty. Like it has some I guess like yeah, just textures. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's got some textures on it. Yeah. God, why is my voice so sorry guys. It's a bit raw for some reason. I think I need to drink some water. Some water. There's no fish more dehydrated than I am. Yeah, I figured you guys might be a little sick of seeing me shade my hair over and over, so I did it off stream, and I wanted to make sure I got the technique right, and like I wanted to experiment a little bit, so that's why I did it off stream. I just couldn't stand putting you guys through any more of this. I feel like I need to move on to rendering other things. That's not this stupid hair shine. God. Looks wrong. Drink my water. I did. Thank you. I will keep drinking. Whoa. Oh, I watched K-pop Demon Hunters the other day, or was it yesterday? Yeah, I watched it yesterday. Have you guys watched that K-pop Demon Hunters? It was so hyped. Everybody kept talking about it. But yeah, so hyped. I love the character designs. I think the visual style is very interesting, and honestly, I'm not too surprised considering it's the same studio that did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. They make some really good stuff. No. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. If anything, I at least enjoyed the visuals a lot. It's on my bucket list. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna spoil anything, don't worry. But it's a fun movie, and I wanna say it's almost like a musical. With just how many songs there are in there. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm gonna remove that. I don't like it. It's also on my bucket list. Oh, okay. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only person who was a little late to the party, because I felt like everyone had already watched it. And, you know, I had friends who were singing the song and they're like, oh, wait, you haven't watched it yet. I can't sing the song. And then they stop and I'm like, ah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I haven't gotten to it. I watched the second Batman Ninja movie the other way. That one was so much fun. Oh, I didn't even know there was a Batman Ninja movie. That's interesting. Is it a recent movie? I've actually never heard of that, I think. Unless I have, but I don't think so. Is that an animated film or is it one of the live action ones? Oh. Both are a ton of fun. Hmm? Both are a ton of fun. DC gave Japanese creators money and let them go out. Oh, okay. Interesting. Have I? Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that, but it sounds like a really interesting concept, though. Ninja Batman. Yes. I'm doing the thing again where I'm doing a gazillion strokes. Discipline Phobos. Oh yeah, guys. Jurassic World is out, right? Well, I don't think it's out yet in Japan, but I know in most countries it's out. Has anyone seen it? Because I haven't, and kind of killing me, honestly, not gonna lie. I'm not much of a movie person, and I don't go out as often as I want to, but oh, I'm so tempted to just go out to the cinemas and watch it right now. I will at some point, but I feel like perhaps I've been too busy this past week. You saw it? How was it? How was it? Was it any good? Was it because I heard well from a lot of Dino or and Jurassic nerds were kind of hyping it up. Yeah, they're pretty excited about it. But I also saw other people who were kind of like, "Oh, it's not looking good. I don't know if this is gonna hold up, you know." But yeah, so really curious to know. I think the D-Rex looks really the D-Rex in design looks really interesting. I have zero faith in it, but if friends ask if I want to go, I won't say no. Aw. Well, I've heard a lot of people saying that they're kind of excited for it because it seems to be going in a direction that is more like a horror movie as opposed to I don't know what I mean an action thriller like Jurassic World was. It's more horror centric, which I like. I do like horror. Although I'm not a big fan of jump scare horrors, if I'll be honest. So if there's a lot of jump scares in it, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. I want to watch the F1 movie for the cinematography. Oh, is it good? That's the one with Brad Pitt, yeah? How is it doing? I really haven't been keeping up with like the movies that have come out recently. I don't normally pay attention to movies to begin with, but yeah, considering I don't know, considering Jurassic World just came out, I haven't really paid attention to how it's doing at the box office actually. I'll say it's better than Dominion. Okay, okay, that's a start. You know, that's good. That's good. No jump scares, but another thing I'll add: people legit get eaten on screen. Oh my god, I've seen the trailer where D-Rex steals, well not steals, he kind of like snatches that guy who's kind of like banging on the glass door asking for help. I thought that scene was pretty terrifying actually. I could feel like his fear was pretty palpable. I think they did a pretty good job with that scene at the very least. Same core team as Top Gun Maverick, and that one is visually insane, so I'm really curious. Oh, I see, I see. Let's see. I swear. Ah, yes. You guys, I do name my layers. I'm a responsible layer namer now. I name my layers. Not naming layers? Who would do that? Who would do that? I think it's really interesting that they went with kind of like a hybrid dinosaurs kind of direction. I think it's interesting to see hybrid dinosaur designs, but as a Jurassic World movie, I don't know how to feel about the fact that it's so centered once again on, I guess, like creations of like non-existent creatures rather than, you know, actual species of dinosaurs that existed. So yeah, not sure how I feel about that. But yeah, fusion cool, but fusion being the whole thing, the whole gimmick of the movie, questionable. Like, I get the design of D-Rex is supposed to be hideous and strange. But yeah, it's a little bit too strange for me, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a different opinion when if I watch the actual movie. Well, when I watch it, I'm definitely gonna watch it at some point. Just figuring out when. Yeah, I saw a tweet a bit ago that talks about the tricky spot the series is in. You keep it the same with dinos, it gets boring, but if you change it up, you could upset people. Yeah, that's true. I think okay, so the thing about me, is that I do follow quite a bit of people in the, I guess, like the paleontology sphere, and I guess because of that, I do tend to hear a lot of complaints about, you know, people wanting to see more actual dinos and not like monsters. Because yeah, I feel like Jurassic World has this thing where they're really obsessed with portraying dinosaurs as monsters. Which is, yeah, sure, I guess you can say they would be a danger to people, but you know, it's kind of like, imagine making an entire franchise based on like killer lions and killer bears. Like, yeah, they're dangerous, but you know, they're just animals. Like, they're not necessarily bloodthirsty and, you know, like evil and mean and stuff. I don't know. Is it just me? Here's my pitch for a Jurassic Park movie. Time traveling dinos with exoskeletons that shoot lasers and, whoa. We're getting into sci-fi, like proper, like maybe even space opera territory here, maybe. I would watch that though. I would watch that. I feel like we haven't had anything like that actually, have we? And maybe that's what the franchise needs. Something just outrageous. No, but people would complain. Nah, they should just create a new franchise for sci-fi dinosaurs. Like mecha dinosaurs. Dinosaur exoskeleton sounds really cool. It kind of reminds me of the armors. It makes me think of the armors that they have in Ark. If you guys ever play Ark, they kind of have like exoskeleton armor for the dinosaurs. That some of them look pretty sick. This is not shader. This is not working. Hate to be the guy, but the source material goes to great lengths to point out that the animals in JP aren't real dinos at all. They're genetic monsters that... Yeah, that's true. But you know, they're kind of I guess so. I guess I don't really vibe with the idea that, or rather I like the idea that people were trying to recreate, you know, actual animals that used to exist, even if they're not real dinos. Yes, technically they're kind of an amalgamation of whatever, you know, scientific methods were used to conceive them, right? But still, you know, they're meant to be a representation of the past. But I feel like in the more recent installations, they're trying to, the dinosaurs just get wackier and wackier, you know. Like fiction is becoming even more like, it's really turning into fantasy, you know? I don't know. In the movie, Grant talks about how raptors eat you alive because that's what they want to do, but the novels state that raptors only do that because they don't know how to hunt. They're suddenly just spawned into this world without having parental figures that would teach them how to hunt. Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense from an ecological standpoint. Mm-hmm. Me and my brother got the special popcorn buckets for the movie. Dude, those popcorn buckets look so cool. I really like how they look. Honestly, I kind of want one of them if they weren't so if they weren't so bulky and I had more space at home. How do I... Yeah, I guess there's a million different ways you could portray a species that no longer exists, and technically if we're going by, you know, like very strict standards, never existed, since, you know, they're just recreations. But as a dinosaur purist, I don't know. Well, as long as the designs are cool. I don't know. Can I... What are your favorite hybrids, guys? Like hybrid dinosaurs? Do you guys have like a favorite, I don't know, Jurassic franchise dinosaur creature, like fusions, like the Indominus Raptor, Indominus Rex? What was it called? Indominus Rex, Atrociraptor? I don't think the Atrociraptor was a real thing, right? I think the JP3 Raptor designs are Pima. Oh yeah, that's a pretty common take, I think. They were really good. How do you guys, if for the people who've seen the movie or seen the trailers, how do you guys feel about the chonky mosasaur? The chonky mosasaur that jumps out of the water? It's a lot chonkier than what I've seen a lot of mosasaur designs have been, at least. Chonk. That boy is thick in the movie. True, right? He looks like those like really chunky crocodiles almost. The last Jurassic Park I watched was the second one. Oh my gosh, really? You need to get on the rest of the movies. What are you waiting for? How have you not watched the rest? Honestly speaking, I haven't watched them in many years as well, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite. I should really have a rewatch of all the movies in the Park franchise before I jump into World, I think. And I don't really want to watch World the World trilogy again, so I'm choosing to only watch the Park trilogy. He doesn't swim, he swims. He swims. Like the chunker he is. Airbrush. I've only seen JP1 to Jurassic World. Didn't bother with the rest afterwards. Well, can't say you're missing much, really. Yeah. I think yeah, I don't really go into the theaters expecting like peak cinema. All I all I expect is that I'll see cool dinosaurs. That's really my only expectation, and that's how I leave the cinema satisfied. Even if I don't like even if I'm not a fan of like the whole Grady arcs and stuff, I at least, like I just want like eye candy. Dinosaur eye candy, that's all. And I really love their parasaur designs, and I really love their glowing parasaur designs, so I'm really biased on that one. I don't care that it's inaccurate. I think it's cool. Can't find much time to watch stuff, and I'm picky about what I watch. Oh, same. Honestly, same. I can completely relate to that too. Like I've never been much of a movie buff, especially the older I get. Like I just don't have, the time or the attention span to watch full-length movies or even like long series. So I understand that. Me and the bro watched them all. He was rewatching. I was watching for the first time. Oh my god, that must be so exciting for you. Never watched the movie franchise? That must have been so fun. It's like a whole like immersive like marathon of immersion for you getting into the franchise. How do you like it? Because I don't often hear people who have only watched a Jurassic Park for the first time as like an adult. So really curious to hear what you think as an adult. I know the Spino design is incredibly controversial, but I like it. I think it's perfect the way it is. Yeah, I mean, it's Spino. It's always gonna garner controversy. He's always, changing, so it's always gonna be like everyone's gonna have different opinions about Spino all the time, I feel like. Specifically Spino, especially. Here. I started off so hyped and excited, and then I got more disappointed as the movies went on. Yeah, I honestly don't think anything could beat the first movie. I know that's a really non-controversial take. I think a lot of people have that opinion as well, but just even because at one point of time I hadn't watched Park 1 for maybe over a decade, and so the last time I watched it was when I was a kid and stuff. The first time I watched it again, closer to like now, when I was older, like much older, I had such a newfound appreciation for it. For such an old movie, or for a movie of that era, the graphics, like the VFX, is really good. It's so convincing. Like I can imagine it being such a like a cinematic masterpiece at that point in time, because it still holds up, like the dinosaurs and everything, they still look realistic for the most part. And one thing I like about a lot of older movies, especially around, like the 2000s, early 2000s era, is the fact that a lot of them used to use puppets instead of just 3D effects and stuff. So like how Star Wars, the the older trilogy Yoda used to be a puppet, like straight up a puppet. And then after, as the movies progressed, they switched him out to CGI, and I hated that. Oh my god, I hated that so much. Because he looks so much better as a puppet. Spinal discussions get so spicy even though all we have are just random jawbones here and there. Yeah, that's true. And yeah. The consensus of what Spinal looks like is changing like every other week. Yeah, that's the craziest debates in paleontology. Yeah, that is enough airbrush. You do know the lyrics to the theme song, right? The theme song of Jurassic Park? Were there lyrics? JP came out in 1993. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's even older than I remember. Wow. That's really wild. The puppet is 1,000 times better. Right. I feel like something about full CGI just takes away the soul of the character that it's portraying by so much. I feel like Yoda had such a unique charm, you know, as a puppet. And we're still not, I feel like we're barely reaching the point where CGI looks realistic. Like you can still kind of tell for the most part when something is computer generated, right? So yeah, I until there is no more distinction, like I can no longer distinguish between computer generated stuff and a puppet. I think a puppet will always reign supreme. Early 3D was very rough and you needed to hide it in darker scenes. That's what made... Yeah, right? Exactly. Because there were so many scenes that were out in bright sunlight and they still managed to make it so believable. It was so... Yeah, it was so good. They did a really good job with JP. In Jurassic Park, scary in the dark. I'm so scared that I'll be eaten. I just sang that in my head in the tune of Jurassic Park. I've never heard that before, but that's pretty funny. Did I just hear a cat? No. I don't think so. I don't think there's a cat around here. Would be nice if there was, but unfortunately there isn't. Yes, I know the lyrics. Interesting. Strand of hair looks so strange. Kinda too lazy to change it though. Let strange hairs be strange hairs, I guess. I don't know how I lived without naming my layers, because even when I name most of my layers, I'm still struggling. Well, I still struggle sometimes to find the layer I'm looking for. It's a reminder to be diligent with my naming. in organization. I think I'm the least organized person out there, guys. Just gonna put it out there. I hate that. Okay. I don't want to overdo the rendering on the hair, so just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. So how are you guys doing? A bit less yappy because I really want to finish this soon. I'm trying to make it a habit to not linger on drawings for very long, but yeah. I want to know how you guys are doing. You guys doing well? I think most of you are at work. Hope your work day is going well. I'm officially behind schedule on things. Oh no, how can that be? You're perpetually working. I don't understand how you could be how you could be behind schedule. Oh, my brain lagged for a moment there. I was like, what was I gonna say? I'll let you in on a secret. I do not use calendars for scheduling my hobby activity stuff. I just keep track of it in my head. Wow. I couldn't do that. You know, I can't even keep track of stuff even with a calendar. Sometimes I'd miss my calendars if my calendar appointments if there isn't a reminder attached to it, like an alarm. I'm super bad about that. I have terrible memory, guys. Might just be my age. Doing pretty well, drinking my coffee. Ooh, yummy. Yummy. What kind of coffee do you like to drink? I'm at home, comfy at my desk. Yippee! We love working from home. I love working from home, guys. Unless it's not a work day yet, then that's embarrassing. But yeah, I do love working from home. I think that's one thing I'll never take for granted is being able to work from the comfort of my own home. Because God knows I hate going out, especially for work. I don't hate going out, just I think part of the dread of going to work for me is having to, you know, wake up early to prepare to leave and leave my warm bed, my warm house. Got my work cut out for me at work right now. Okay. Working. Oh, I'm not working from home. It's a day. Yippee! Oh, day off. That's so lucky of you. I hope you enjoy your day off. Do you have any exciting plans? Or is it just generally gonna be a relaxed day for you? That sounds really cozy. I'm overdoing it again. I feel like I need to darken this just a little more. Just a little more. Yeah, this one. Going out is great, amazing. Commutes suck. True. Which is why I love living in an area where, you know, there's a lot of, you know, easy access to different places like parks and stuff. I don't think I could ever live in a place where I don't feel um like I could, go to a park nearby. I'm so used to that. I think I would die if I lived in an empty empty suburban area with no areas for recreation nearby. Yeah, I'd go nuts. Playing with my horses. Oh my god. For a second there I thought you meant real horses, but I'm gonna assume it's Uma Musume since you are snuggled at home. Oh my gosh, Uma Musume, guys. What are your favorite horses? I should probably save this conversation for later when I do play Uma Musume, but I want to know what what your favorite Uma Musume are. Commuting can either be free time to catch up on VODs or actively scrubbing all memories of work out of my head. Yeah. Pick your antidote. Like the opposite of pick your poison. Yeah, I do enjoy, I guess, having the opportunity to like listen to music. Cuz yeah, usually at home I'd be tuning into streams and stuff. So usually I only ever listen to music nowadays when I'm on the commute. I'm really enjoying seeing all the JP English interactions as a result of Uma Musume, right? There's so many. I've seen so many like JP members of the community, like sharing interesting facts and knowledge about Uma Musume and stuff. I think it's really interesting hearing all the anecdotes, and I love seeing all the pictures of the real horses that the Uma Musume are based off. Like that's so, oh, it's so charming. I love seeing them. Little horsicles. Vodka, my beloved. Yes! Vodka is so cool. I took a personality test recently, and it was like a which Uma Musume are you? And I got vodka, guys. I don't know. Well, I guess I don't know how I got it from the quiz. I can't say I don't relate to her, but it's more like how did the quiz get that from my I guess like my answer choices? I'm not sure, but not too bad of an assessment, I think. I do like vodka a lot. I especially like her interaction with Scarlet. I think it's really cute. Like their rivalry is super adorable. Mayano Top cute. Oh, Mayano Top. She's so cute. I really want to get her. I think she's a 3-star though, so it might be a while until I get her. She's a cutie. Carrot Top cutie. I've not played Uma Musume too much, but definitely vodka. Yeah, vodka seems to be a popular choice. She gives me kind of you guys know Azumanga Daioh? She kind of reminds me of Tomo. Tomo from Azumanga Daioh, kind of. I mean, they kind of look similar, but I guess vodka's not as big of an idiot as Tomo, I guess. I got Super Creek from the same quiz, and I was like, "Hey, you sure? Really?" I love Super Creek's design though. I love. Okay, there's so many good designs. Honestly, I really like Super Creek. I think she's one of my favorite current. She's my favorite. One of my favorite designs for the current roster available. And her card is really good. Her card's really good. If you're a tryhard, you're a sweaty tryhard like me. It's just so you know. I don't really like the airbrush actually. Oh. I hate it when I start over airbrushing things. Starts to look, the colors start to look a bit washed, so I'm gonna keep it less airbrushy. And then I want to color the flower. I kind of wish there was a way for us to click on whatever, you know, whatever object we're clicking on and having the layer automatically select, but I know it's unrealistic because you're usually going to have multiple layers on, like you're usually going to be clicking on multiple layers anyway, so yeah. Probably best that it's not a thing maybe, but girl can dream. Fish can dream. Oh dear. By the way, guys, I never checked my audio. I think I might have accidentally tinkered with the BGM audio. Is it okay? Is it like too loud or is it very quiet or anything? Do I want it to be red? I think there's a setting for the selection thing. Really? I could have sworn I've done it before, but I haven't been able to kind of toggle it again ever since the first time I used CSP, so I just thought it was probably my imagination. You can have it so it selects stuff in another layer you're not on. Oh, really? Yeah, that's kind of... I think it's what I mean. I just kind of want to be able to... Because I feel like I've done it before, but when I clicked on a layer, it would automatically go to that layer. I guess assuming that there isn't another layer on top of it, like I could select whatever, it would go to the layer that I was selecting, you know, that I was clicking on. And I can't see the green anymore. Working on some poker chips right now, so I haven't been looking at the stream, but do you mean with the auto select tool? Is that what it is? I'm super unfamiliar with the tools, but it might be. I don't know. Subtool, select layer? I don't know. Select object. No. It's okay, it's not a big deal anyway, but... Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I toggled it at some point. It's okay. Oh, what did I do? Oh. Okay. Hmm. Can't be helped unless I color it green. There's a toggle for the auto select tool. The lasso one is a bit different, I think. Oh, which button would that be? Which tool would that be? I feel like I'm always asking questions about how to use this tool. There's just so many different tools on this thing. Let me just read what each one does. Auto select. No, it's not. It's not the auto select tool. I'm not sure. W is the auto select if you kept the keyboard shortcuts default. Yeah, it's not the one tool though. Oh. Oh no, I think. Oh god. I think my Clip Studio just crashed. Help me! I didn't save! Ooh. Oh my god. This is bad, guys. I didn't save. Oh wait, it's not. It's only frozen on my screen. How strange. Okay, it's okay, guys. I think it's only unresponsive. I think it's just my monitor that's frozen, so it should be okay. But why is it frozen? Oh no, good, yeah. I was kind of freaking out a little bit there. But why have you frozen? Wait, there's an autosave function? No. I do not. I do not have autosave function. But it's okay, I just saved it. Ooh. Close. I think CSP does recover... It does recover some of my some of my progress if the software crashes, but I just don't really know how far back it saves. So yeah, I'd really just love to avoid that. I'm awfully used to... I used to be kind of a save demon until I started using Procreate, and then my habits sort of went out the window because you never have to save with Procreate. Yeah, every single stroke saves. I have one of the buttons on my tablet set to control save, and I just tap the shit out of it every time. Yeah. I should do that too, but using my keyboard isn't awfully convenient for me because I'm working on my iPad, and I'm working with... yeah, like my keyboard's kind of out of reach-ish, so... I kind of have to reach around my microphone just to get on my keyboard, so I tend not to use my keyboard too much. Which might be why I'm not so great with naming my layers too, I guess. Man, it sounds like I have a lot of excuses, huh? Okay. What is... okay. I'm gonna... the flower lighting. I told myself I was going to catch up on to the 100 line VODs while the card dealer was away, but oh no. You didn't manage to? Yeah, the thing about having the Oshi that we have is that their streams are so long that sometimes trying to catch up on VODs is a bit of a challenge. That first one is like 8 hours. Yeah. I understand. Fortunately, I only had to catch shorter VODs. So, yeah. It's hard. I don't think you should force yourself though, but I understand like, wanting to catch up, I guess, so can't really say much. Oh, you have quite a few more hours to catch up. You can multi-stream. You can multi-stream her stream while being on my stream, so that's okay. You have my blessing. I saw some of them live, but I started halfway through, so the story in my head is all jumbled up. Yeah. And it's kind of tricky, right? Especially when it's a really long stream. Like being caught in the middle of an 8-hour stream, it's gonna make anyone confused. That game is insanely long though. Well, yeah, but you don't have to play. Yeah, that's true. It is. I think the gameplay was close to what, like 100 hours? Yeah, that is pretty long. I'm just gonna select from the line art. Oh god, no, my line art isn't named. And now I feel the pain. Yeah, it is insanely long. I think if I ever started playing that game, I would never finish it. I'm pretty bad about finishing really long games. Because I like to take my time with games, so... Yeah, that's not a good... Like, long games plus someone who takes their time with games, yeah, it's not a great combination, guys. I'll just tell you that. Wait, what? That is right in that we need to figure out how to make the week longer or the day longer. Honestly, I wish we had at least just I don't know, even 6 hours, an extra 6 hours would make all the difference. And I say 6 because that's the number of hours that I wish I could sleep more of. Like I just want to be able to have an extra 6 hours where I can just bed rot and relax. I feel like, yeah, because I feel like if I bed rot, why is this not selecting right? But I feel like if I bed rotted for like 6 hours or had like a good amount of sleep, I wouldn't really have time to do much else. And I hate that. Ah, I hate that. I want to be more productive, but I also want to rest more. What am I supposed to do? What is a girl supposed to do, huh? Huh? An extra 4 hours would make a big difference as it is. 2 more would be very appreciated, right? Heck, even an hour. Like, just anything. I just wish there was more time. I would be cranking out so many more projects if I had just a couple more hours a day. Can I get this to select? Hello. Okay. Or go sleep. Embrace dementia in your late 30s. I'm already halfway there. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Way ahead of you. I think yesterday I had, oh, let me see. I had 2 hours of sleep. Yeah, and I felt miserable the day after, i.e. today. I really didn't want to drink caffeine. I think my body is starting to reject caffeine, or at least my brain is. Like it really doesn't want to drink caffeine, but yeah, I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it through the afternoon, so Red Bull it was. You like? What else do I want to draw? Oh, okay. Yeah, the bad memory that I have, it's probably because of my terrible sleep schedule. Not gonna lie. I would I would be so unsurprised if that was the reason why my memory is so terrible. Oh my god, I'm getting eepy, but I still want to play horse games. Whew. See. I have. Oh my gosh. Still have my I still have my commission reference sheets. Cause I did a commission for Salem. If you guys know who she is. I did a commission for Salem and I haven't removed her reference sheets from my workspace. She has a really nice design, guys. That piece came out so good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really wanted to capture the goofiness of it all, because she specifically requested that it be silly and goofy and kind of like gap moe. So I try to make it as like silly as, and I guess like tried to add a bit of whimsy to it. And the book cover, I had to add the book cover. I like that they finally realized there were two of them. I didn't know. Oh my god. I feel like a lot of people were in the same shoes as me. They didn't know that there were two Salems. I mean, yeah, I just cuz one of them is a dark-skinned, black-haired Nekomimi and the other one is a light-skinned sorry, dark-skinned, light hair, white hair Nekomimi. So I just thought naturally, these have got to be alter characters, right? From the same person. Yeah, no. No. Oh. Same, I thought they were the same person. I feel like a lot of people did. They have the same name too. It's so misleading. No way. No way you guys knew. No way anyone else knew. I don't believe you. There's no way. The funny thing is, I've seen them both in the same place at the same time too. What? Really? I don't even recognize, because I know there's a Salem. There is a Salem that I see quite often in chat, and now I don't know which Salem it is. Oh no. Yeah, it's. Did you guys see that? The artist Salem, they basically drew the Spider-Man meme of them pointing at the other Salem. Like that's exactly how I'm feeling. That's exactly how I felt when I first realized that they were two different people. Wait, what? Yeah, you know, like there's two Salems in like the community that are not the same person. They're not the same people. Yeah, mind blown, right? See, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not dumb. I mean, I am a little dumb, but I swear, like I'm not the only one who's bamboozled by this. They're multiplying. They are. I feel like it's such a big coincidence because they're kind of in the same community, right? Like they, you know, like in the same community and they have the same name with kind of sort of, you know, like designs with a lot of similar traits. So yeah, naturally. Yeah. I love it. I love it. It was so, I was delighted. I was shocked, but delighted to hear this, honestly. Like, imagine there was another Phobos in chat and, you know, and they were just, you know, vibing and stuff. And what if people thought that was me, you know? I can't imagine. That'd be nuts. I knew because I approached the artist Salem for a piece of for the book, which by the way they were incredibly fast about it as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking that you should ask them. And in my mind this entire time I was like, you know, like, oh, my client Salem should contribute in the Daya art book. Maybe not another Phobos, but a Deimos. I feel like I've seen a Deimos in chat. I don't remember which chat, but I did see a Deimos semi recently. So yeah, it's happened. It's already happened. Oh, I love coincidences like that. Deimos. Deimos, friend or arch enemy? I want a Deimos that could be the Daiwa Scarlet to my vodka, you know? I think that would be fun. My evil clone, exactly. Yeah, if I had a twin, they would definitely be named Deimos. Like, no question about it. I should make an alter ego called Deimos and just invert my color scheme. And then maybe Deimos could be like the bright and cheery, colorful. What is the direct opposite of my like blue? I don't know, pink? Like a pink-haired hobos called Deimos. Wait, I kind of want to do it now. Oh my gosh. Okay. I might do that. Oh my god. And then I could draw them in like identity. You know, like the identity by Canaria, is it? Canaria? Yeah, like in that style, in that pose. Oh my god. Peak. Peem? That would be Peem. Kind of want to see that. More inspirations to draw of myself, which doesn't come often, so. Red Deimos. Oh my god, red. Yeah. Like the flaming one. I'm like I'm the more tempered one, and then Deimos is like the one with no chill. Imagine that. It's too saturated. Maybe. Do it. Do it. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it once I have time. I have so many things I wanna draw. God. It's never gonna end, guys. Have you seen my list of things that I plan to draw? This is not helping me. This is not helping me at all. But I kinda wouldn't have it any other way, so. Yes, the list. Yes, the ever expanding list that I most likely will never get to the very end of in my lifetime. By the way, I haven't gotten even one of those sketches done. Oh my god. That's always the case, isn't it? When do we ever... I feel like completing something is such a big achievement considering... Like, I think only a % of our creative ideas ever get realized. So... be proud of yourself for even getting anything done, I think. Sometimes I get so bogged down with ideas that I don't know, I don't even end up drawing anything. And then, yeah, having to throw away an entire list of ideas is pain. I've had to do that more than once, and it's not fun. Must become stronger, but also must take care of yourself. That's also a priority. Drink your oiter, get your sleep. Go touch some grass and see some flowers. Oh, I like this pink glow. I like it. Oops. Okay. I like it, but I wonder if it's a little too pink for my color scheme. I kind of don't mind it though because I do have purplish pink accents like my hair and my skirt, so I might make that a canon part of my design. But let me play around with the hue to see how pink I want it to be. Yeah, I might want to tone down the pink. Just a tiny bit. No, you know what? I'm keeping the pink. I like it. Now, I have to do the stars in my eyes. Wrist, face. I really want to get better at rendering eyes. I've seen so many artists, especially VTuber, like live 2D artists. They render their eyes so well, and it looks so three-dimensional. And I really want to learn how to do that. I know the general technique, but I haven't been able to make mine look super 3D per se. Thanks. Same, yeah. One of these days, I need to just sit down and focus on learning proper rendering techniques because I feel like everything else I'm semi happy with in a way that I'm happy to put them in the back burner for a while. Like I'm pretty happy with my line art for now. Anatomy needs work, but more than anything, I really want to improve on my rendering skills. Don't look like specs enough. Sit down and actually read a book and try. Yeah, I should do that. Oh, wait. I have a bunch of reference books and how-tos and such and pretty much never open them. Yeah, I kind of do too. Like I have guides sitting right in front of me on my shelf and I know one day I should just take the time to go through it and actually practice what's in it. But in all honesty, I feel like I'm just gonna end up forgetting about it and it's just gonna collect dust, so I really don't want that to happen. I feel like I should do a stream where I'm just practicing different do different streams where I'm just practicing techniques. Yeah, they're right there. No, the thing is because they're right there, it kind of blends into the background eventually, you know. Your brain kind of stops processing it. So you don't even, take notice of it anymore. I feel like putting it somewhere that you semi-regularly look at is probably more effective, because if when you actually say you enter a room and you see it, you'll actually notice it, you know, if that makes sense. Not yellow enough. The brain removes them from your field of view because it's just become noise by this point. Yep, exactly. Because your brain is always just trying to make things more efficient for you. And grateful to them for that, but this is not serving my purpose well. It's not serving me very well. And now my favorite part, adding glitter to my eyes. I love adding glitter. Oops. I really like the glitter brushes in Clip Studio. I think they have a nice and relatively natural spread, and yeah, they definitely look more realistic than, say, the ones in Procreate. Big fan of that. Can't remember the technique to make your eyes look more three-dimensional. I believe you have to add kind of like like an airbrushed shine in the center. I feel like it's too bright now. Yeah, it's a little bit bright. Maybe it's okay. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I'm so locked in. So locked in. Oh. Oh no. Um. Um. Washed out. See, this is why I take a really long time to draw. I'm I'm usually kind of puzzled by what technique I should be using. I take a while to just contemplate and experiment. I guess it comes with inexperience. It do be like that. Hmm. What? Okay, I'm pretty pleased with that. Pretty okay with that. I should really draw some definitions on my ears. Or my ear. It looks kinda empty. A little bit empty. Is what an ear looks like? I cannot remember. I'm just gonna guess that that's roughly what an ear looks like. I hope. Hate drawing the ear. It's always a hit or miss. Like, sometimes you end up drawing a really strange looking thing. Alright. Good enough. The only ear advice I have is don't learn from Gosho Aoyama. Who is Gosho Aoyama? Who's that? Should I look him up? Oh, is that the guy who drew Conan? Yeah, Conan mangaka. Why? What's wrong? What's wrong with it? His ears seem okay. I don't see an issue with them. Like, is that a thing where people say not to like draw ears like Gosha Aoyama? Maybe a bad artist because I don't really know what the problem is. I always think his ears resemble cartoon monkeys. Okay, yeah, they are kind of large. Proportionally, they are large. But I suppose it's like if you size it down a little bit, I don't. And it is it's kind of round, right? I think that might be why they kind of look like monkeys, monkey ears. Like I can see it, and I can see what what you mean. Bunch of stuff arrived today. That's exciting. What arrived? Is it your merch? Is it your fan-made merch? Oh my gosh, I need to see that. I have to see it. Your shrine. Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Please post pictures. And you've worked so hard for them too. You deserve to build the shrine of your dreams. I'll send you a pic. Okay. Oh, I see it. I got it. Discord. Oh. Hold on, let me get my Discord. Oh my gosh, the poker chips. Oh, they look so good. Oh my gosh. Wait, you're oh my gosh, it's the summer merch. Oh my god. The summer merch. Oh my gosh, wait, that's been such a long time. You've only just received the summer merch? Wow. Or were these from the extras? Green poker chips, yeah. Green and what about black? I think black would look pretty good too. I've had that one for a while. I just got the other decorations in today. Oh, okay, okay. I see. Oh my gosh, I feel like your shrine is going to be so it's gonna be so well decorated. When I make my shrine, all I do is put up my acrylic stands, I put up my keychains. I don't really do anything special too much. I feel like the most I've done is decorated my Lottie Lad plush with a bow tie, not a bow tie, like a hair bow. to make it kind of like look like a lass. But I've never been super elaborate with my shrines. Yeah, I should learn to make a more decorative shrine. I feel like the shrine that I have now, it's just a merch display. I'd love to be able to do something creative with it so that it's more than just a shrine. It can kind of blend into the house decor as well. And I think it might like it also kind of helps to make things look a little less cluttered. I only have one other for a series I really like. My bookcases are absolutely stuffed to the brim and then some. Need to get bigger ones. Yeah, I feel that way too. My shrine recently just got like filled. I I have the kind that's sort of modular, so you can keep adding boxes to them. So they're just like square boxes, and you can kind of stack them up together and side by side. So yeah, you could have kind of like an endless grid of shrines just like against the wall. I need to figure out how to make my pixel shrine. Wait, aren't you aren't you the owner of... No, you're not. But yeah, I wonder how the people who own like the standees, how they're going to decorate their standees. I'm honestly really curious to know how that's gonna be like. Like it can't be easy finding, you know, a space for that, let alone, you know, decorating it. Overseas gang pain. Ugh, I know. Stay strong. I don't own any of the cardboard cutouts. Yeah, but if for the people that do, I just wonder how, like, do you just... I guess you have to have a really big space to even think of owning it, right? Like, I'd love to own one. That'd be so sick, honestly. Lily taped hers to the inside of her room door. Ooh. I was so close to checking out a cardboard cutout of Daya after not being able to get the off-kai one. Oh no. Was there another one besides the one at off-kai? I didn't know there was an additional cardboard cutout for sale. Dang, there's a lot of these cardboard cutouts going around apparently, huh? I'm sorry you missed out on that too, though. Hopefully one day another opportunity will arise. And I'm sure it will. Oh, a custom one for yourself. Wait, you should make one. You know that guy that does the... You know the guy that does the cardboard cutouts? I know that he makes his out of paper and just stacks them on cardboard, I think. I feel like you could do a DIY one by yourself. It's gonna be a lot of hard work for sure, but I know it's pretty doable. Even without, you know, like a proper method. Or like a factory to do it. I too am considering getting one eventually, but no room. Ah, yes. I think space is a big issue where you live too, so it's gonna be a bit, yeah, it's gonna be a bit tough. I live in a small place too, so even if I wanted one, I feel like it's a bit of a pipe dream for now. I put in the order for the daki today, and I don't even know where or how I'm gonna fit that one in either. Well, you could hang it like a tapestry. I think that's what a lot of people do, right? They like to hang their dakis like a piece of tapestry, or like wall deco. Yeah, tiny Japanese apartments. Yep, exactly. Paper, dreams, and infinite grease money. Oh my god, grease money. Yeah, but I think most of us have paper and dreams, right? I mean, I don't necessarily have dreams, but I do have a lot of paper. So I feel like I could do one, you know? I don't have grease money, but I think I can make it work. Maybe. I don't have wall space anymore. Wow. Gosh, I cannot imagine. I wish I could put stuff up at my place, but yeah, I can't because I don't own the place. It's a rental, and yeah, you know how it is with rentals. I've been wanting to put, there's so many posters I've been, you know, itching to put up on my walls, but alas, they're just sitting next to, like, in a bag next to my wall. I've been there since 2 cons ago, I think. I need to figure out how to hang my luli towel without having it get dusty by hanging. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. I think the only way you can avoid dust is if you got one of those glass cabinets that are, I guess, like tall glass cabinets, and then you hang it in there. And that way you can protect it from dust, but I don't know how easy it is to get a case like that, I guess. If space is an issue, you can always stick the cardboard cutout to the ceiling. You'll only become slightly haunted. I think slightly might be a slight understatement. I don't know. Yeah. Your Oshi watches you to sleep. You're the first thing... they're the first thing you see in the morning and the last thing you see when you sleep. It is kind of romantic in a way, but I don't know if that's my cup of tea, guys. I don't know. But if you guys try it, let me know your experience, you know, like did you experience any spooky things at night? Do you see your standee mysteriously winking at you in the dark? Was it your imagination, or are you going crazy? Yeah, let me know how it goes. My apartment is split into 2. One side is sterile with Navajo artwork and other normal person thing. Plaques and maps and flags. The other is turbo weeb. The duality of room decorations, I suppose. I'm considering the ceiling real estate like any true otaku does. I mean, I don't see why not, really. It like Himo says and Maso say, like, ceiling, it is free real estate. Truly. It truly is. Romantic. I mean, what could be more romantic than, you know, perpetual eye contact while you're trying to sleep, you know? They're basically protecting you from the night. You know? That's pretty sweet of them, you know? They're lending you their time to watch you at night so that you don't get taken by night monsters. I think that's a pretty romantic gesture. One side is for web meetings. Oh yeah, of course you always have to have the safe wall, right? That one little strip of wall that you use as a backdrop for professional situations. You do have a point, of course. Of course I do. Okay, are we happy with this? No, I'm not. Tongue. Tongue needs to be more red. Red. Whoa. Not yellow. My god. Okay. I just use a photo as background for meetings. Yes, you could do that, but in the off chance that the filter switches off mid-meeting, it's kind of over for you, you know. If I had a meeting in... Well, I don't have terribly weeby walls. I have at home, back home, I have 3 framed kaiju. It's like Japanese style, like Toho kaiju prints. So I feel like if people saw them, it wouldn't be too bad, but if they saw my Daki though, that's a different story. What if Phobos had a freaky tongue color? Just like Luli. I would say I want Phobos to have a normal tongue color, but I want Deimos to have a crazy tongue color. I think Deimos can have the crazy color palette. I want Phobos to be as tame as me. I'm a very tame individual, as you know. So I think the tongue should remain unfreaky for now, you know. And then Deimos can be like the freak I wish I could be. My workplace has a self-hosted open source video conference solution, and that supports screening people on its own. Is that like... I don't really understand what that's like. Is that like, I don't know, like a Zoom background? I consider having the Lat plush do a meeting for me before. Oh, you should do that. I mean, if people at work know that you're a weeb, I don't see why you shouldn't do that. But if they don't, then I personally would reconsider. But I think you should live your life the way you want to. Basically, it does that for you, and you just slap an image on. The filter doesn't turn off unless I do like 4 separate... Wow, interesting. I feel like I need that. That's the technology I need, guys. You know, the number of times I feared for my blur to switch off mid-meeting is kind of terrifying. Because, you know, sometimes your presentable wall isn't... Yeah, like your presentable side of the room isn't that presentable. and then you panic. Sometimes I get that, you know. You have some clues, but no idea how deep the rabbit hole truly goes. Ooh, interesting. I feel like a lot of us are pretty closeted about our interests, huh? Like, I know I am, for sure. I don't think I could, I could not tell someone at my workplace with a straight face that I draw anime girls and am kind of am one. You know what the crazy thing is? So I got to meet my coworkers like for the first time. When I first met them, we kind of had like a team lunch to like get to know each other better. And one of the conversations that came up was about double lives. It landed on double lives, and this was kind of like the point in time where I had kind of just started streaming. So yeah, my coworker was basically going around the table, hey, so coworker, hey, like do you have a like what's your secret like second life? And their secret lives are like, oh, I secretly like I love to go like Zumba dancing, or like, oh, I love like I don't know, like, oh, I sing like karaoke every week. You know, those types of tame things. I feel like my secret life is not exactly on the same level as their secret lives. Oh, it was terrifying. I was shaking. I was shaking in my chair. I was like, oh god, don't ever let them find out. And I'm so glad. But yeah, the conversation basically ended right before it reached me, so I was saved. Oh my goodness. My landlord started showing my apartment to new buyers, so I had to hide all my anime stuff around the house. Oh my gosh, that happened to me too, but all I did was I just threw a blanket over all my weep stuff and all my plushies, and I called it a day. The thing is, they have like an inspector come around and take the pictures for us, for the real estate agent. So, yeah, I basically before they came, I quickly threw a blanket over everything that I could. And the things that I couldn't, like my shrine, oh well. Testing the waters to see if you can come out to them. Yeah, and my verdict was that they were not ready, not by a mile. Never ever, no way. Like I don't remember, but it was something like, I don't know, they were really tame, you know, like tame types of like, oh, I like I'm an expert, I don't know, like I'm crazy about doing spins at the gym. I'm in a wine club, you know, like that's fine, you know, like that's not too, you don't have to keep that a secret, right? But I don't know. I feel like if people knew I was an anime girl, I would get a lot more judgment than say I said, oh, you know, like I go to the gym or something. Like I don't know. Scary. Yeah, I go out of my way to avoid talking about my hobbies because I spend so much of my time in kind of like the, you know, watching VTubers and making content about VTubers to the point where, you know, every time my coworkers, you know, come Monday or like come like meeting time, they'll be like, so you know, how was your week, you know, what did you do? And then like everyone goes around like their room, the meeting room, and kind of shares briefly like all the exciting things they did. And it's always gonna be like, oh, I went camping, I saw this I saw a musical, or you know, something or the other. And I'm just like, I was drawing, or I don't even want to say I'm drawing because they'll ask me what I'm drawing, right? And I don't really want to tell them. So my default is like, I'm just playing games at home. Took a walk in the park, you know, just filtering out all the potentially judgeable things. Yeah. It's a fear of mine. It's a fear of mine. Like, I have to be as normal as possible. Corporate will never understand. Which is why I'm always stunned to hear those anecdotes of VTubers who say like, "Oh, my coworker pulled me aside at work and said like, "Oh, are you this VTuber? Because you sound like XYZ." It's like that's crazy. If any of my coworkers even knew what a VTuber was, I would be like, I would be so flabbergasted. I'd be so impressed if anything else, because I feel like it's still a pretty niche. I think VTubers are still a pretty niche thing, you know? I have a new coworker that's constantly asking me what I'm into, and I'm like, "Oh, you know, just movies and music." Right? Like you have to reach it's like I have to reach within the confines of my brain to think of the most, I guess, I don't like to use this word, but for lack of a better term, like the most normie hobbies about myself, like the most normie hobbies I have, which I do have a bunch. Like, fortunately, I do have a lot of like, normie-ish interests, so I'm lucky in that regard. But sometimes when I spend my weekend doing nothing but drawing VTuber fan art and watching VTubers, I kind of get like I'll be in a loss for words for a little bit, you know. Thank God for other hobbies. I'm so sorry. I can't read that. I can read it's like one person, one something person. That's all I can read. Yeah, being an anime, being a weeb in general is kind of like you're in the trenches. But I feel like anime is getting more accepted at least, but yeah, maybe not VTubers just yet. One of my coworkers really likes Nimi, and he imported like a bunch of merch of hers. I want to make him a custom acrylic stand, but also kind of don't want to open up that much. Oh, that's so cute. So he doesn't know that you're into VTubers, but you know that he's into VTubers. Aha. Well, see, if he's open about it, if I had someone who was open about the same types of interests that I have, I'd probably be a lot more comfortable to share it, but it's just that I know no one's gonna understand, right? So I don't share it. Ipanjin. Ah, okay. I have learned something new today. Panjin means normie, normal person. Is that a term in like do they use the term normie or like an equivalent of normie as well in Japan? God, what are these brushes? He knows. I just haven't told him whom. Ah, okay. I bought it over 2000s any song at karaoke and often. Oh, that's nice. That's good. It's always nice to have someone in the workplace, especially who shares your interests. I feel like, especially in, you know, in like the working professional space, I feel like that's when you kind of need a bit of solidarity sometimes. Like it feels nice to not be alone with your personal life. If that makes sense. Ew, I don't like this brush. There's a lot of overlap between Western and Japanese otaku culture. You basically just have a language filter effect, but otherwise the bulk is just the same. Oh, interesting. I always thought that the culture is a little different. Just, yeah, like more than just language. I really thought that there's some difference. I guess it's good to know that, you know, no matter no matter what language you speak, if you're a weeb, you're basically, yeah. It's like a universal characteristics are the same. What am I saying? Yeah, like there's universal characteristics between like otakus of any culture, is what I meant to say. This is not it. There's differences and things unique to the culture, but very healthy amount is just the exact same. Okay, I think that's a good thing. I know that it's kind of funny because I heard that in Japan there's actually a thing called like a phenomenon that's like Westaboo, where Japanese people they're like super into Western cartoons and they basically get into like arguments over it, just like Western people do over anime, and like they'll fight over something like, I don't know, SpongeBob and Family Guy. Is this true? I mean, I'm sure there are people out there, but is that a common thing? I always wondered because I just find the concept of people arguing over Family Guy and Simpsons just it's hilarious to me. Like there's people who are diehard fans of those, you know, cartoons. Powerpuff Girls and stuff. There is, and they're very amusing. Yeah, and like people like to, I heard that people like to gatekeep and stuff. They're like, oh, like, oh, if you didn't watch Powerpuff Girls growing up, then you know you're not a real fan of Western cartoons or something. I don't know. The people who argue if the King of the Hill, JP, or Ian Dub is better. Seriously, is that a thing? Oh my gosh, do people in Japan treat subs and dubs the way Western people do? Like, is there like a superiority complex where people are arguing over which type of localization is better? I have a friend who is really weird because he's into the English dubs of anime. Interesting. I mean, I don't relate to it per se, but I can understand the charm of watching media in a language that you don't understand. Like, I get that. But it's still a funny thing to think about nonetheless. His English is on the better end, but he's by no means fluent. But this guy will watch 4Kids, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. See, this is probably how Japanese people think of people like me when I watch like Digimon season 1 or something, right? Like it's things that they watch in their childhood, and now it's like Westerners are hyping up their kids shows, you know. The stories are oh yeah, that's true. A lot of dubs tend to differ from the source material, which is kind of crazy. I honestly I have a love-hate relationship with that, because I'm a bit of like, I believe that stories should remain, you know, as close to the original source as possible, but at the same time, creative dubs have led to like basically, you know, the creation of things like the whack ass Digimon anime dubs, which are crazy, and stuff like Ghost Stories. You couldn't have that without, you know, creative freedom on English dubs. If you guys don't know, Digimon has pretty crazy change. They made some pretty crazy line changes to in the English dub, and don't even get me started on Ghost Stories. You guys should see it yourself on YouTube. Just look at Ghost Stories funny English dub. Like it's crazy. Ghost Stories, my beloved. Yeah, Ghost Stories is kind of like the king of creative English dubs. I salute. Creative. Air quotes creative. It is creative. I mean, like creatively unhinged, it's still creative. Ghost Stories is Peem. Hell yeah. You are so right for that. Like, I don't know. How did they even approve that for network? Some of the things in the Digimon dubs too are pretty unhinged. Like, I don't know how they passed through. I guess, like, the censorship board? Not say the censorship board, but like, isn't there like an approval board for this? Like, it's a bit much. I don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's a bit much for what it is. Especially, you know, Digimon being like a kids anime. I don't know. Like, I feel like kids don't even get most of the jokes though. So maybe it's okay. Been wanting to watch both dubs back to back lately. Do it. You should do it. You should really do it. Everyone should do it. I feel like getting into it again. Okay, I need to revisit those because they are so peems. Peems. Oh, 95. There's an excellent video explaining the Ghost Stories dub. Spoilers, it's all made up nonsense from an overseas company. Oh, really? I mean, I'm not too surprised. It really sounds like people who it was written by people who don't, for lack of a better phrase, people who don't really give a shit about the original IP. Like, yeah, they're not. I don't think they're interested in protecting the sanctity or the purity of the source material, to say the least. Yeah, it's just crazy how they just let them do that, though. I'm probably in the minority that appreciates both versions because they're very much completely different products with merits of their own. No, I don't think you're a minority. I think people generally can appreciate each one for, like you said, like different merits, right? I think they both have their own different charms. Like the reasons why they're entertaining, at least they're very different, but they're both they're very good and very valid. Yeah, I kind of don't want to overdo the nose. Man, this brush is so good. I understand now when they say round mixing brush, my beloved. It's a very good brush. The blush too soft? 75%. Oh yeah, let's turn up the blush. Let's make me ultra girly. Okay, that's not a lot more, but it's better. Okay. Oh, okay, we're nearing the end, guys. I think I just have an extra. Oh god, I haven't. Okay, I haven't rendered the gold portion. I'm so close to finishing. Rawr. Gold malt. Gold. You know people always say not to mix your golds and your silvers. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. But people always tell me, you know, as kind of like fashion advice, never mix your golds and your silvers. And that you should probably just pick one as specifically the one that matches your skin tone best. So if you have like a warmer skin tone, gold looks better on you. And if you have a cooler skin tone, typically silver is supposed to look better on you. But I've never wanted to follow that rule because I love mixing both. I love mixing my silvers and my golds, and it may be fashion blasphemy, but I don't care. I don't care, and this is my design is my proclamation of rebellion. To say that I don't care about these arbitrary skin tone rules. I want to be decked out in both shades. I'm allergic to precious metals, so no bling for me. Oh, that's too bad. Well, usually they have hypoallergenic silver, I think, that you could wear. I don't know how effective it is in terms of, you know, not triggering a reaction, but I think that's something you could try out. Same here, I mostly go with gold necklace with silver rings. You are based for that. I don't know a lot of people that do that, and sometimes I'm a bit self-conscious because just on my hand, itself. I do mix my golds and my silvers, and I think it looks sick, but sometimes I'm afraid I'll get judged by people who have like a conscious fashion sense. I really hope this isn't bringing any kind of insecurity for anyone, but it's been my insecurity. But I want to own it, you know? Like, I don't care about fashion trends. And honestly, the whole skin tone thing, I feel like it's kind of bogus. I'm supposed to have, I don't even know what kind of skin tone I have. It's more of a cooler skin tone, right? But I feel like I look good in gold, so who's to say? Just wear what you like, wear what you feel comfortable in, wear what you think you look boss in. That's the motto that I'm going with nowadays. I wear clothes, no accessories. I love accessorizing. I'm usually lazy to accessorize, but I do like to accessorize when I can. Which is why I like to go with jewelry that I can keep on perpetually. Just because I'm not a fan of removing, you know, removing stuff before I shower or before I sleep. Like, I want to keep them on at all times. Because otherwise, I'll just forget about them. But forgetting about them would also make me sad because I do like accessorizing. It's a bit of a dilemma for me. And my perfect balance is to wear jewelry that I don't have to take off. I'm so pale, you could use me for auto white balance on cameras. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's pretty funny, actually. Not that you're really white, but the way you the way you describe that. I'm also a big watch person. Love a nice watch like the Miku ones I have. Yeah, watches. I honestly haven't worn watches in a while, but I used to be really big on watches too. My collection of watches was honestly too many, like the watches, but I only wear like my favorite, like one or two watches that I would just like put on, like accessorize with on rotation, you know. I kind of neglect most of my watches. I love that. A fellow accessories lover. Watches are nice. When I was a lot younger, like when I was in middle school and stuff, I used to be a big fan of super chunky watches. Like men's watches, like adult men's watches. And mind you, I have really, really tiny, skinny wrists. So me wearing like ginormous wristwatches, I don't know why it never occurred to me how goofy it looked, but I think at that age I just didn't care. I just thought they looked really cool. So yeah, I used to wear those for a while. But now I'm into more dainty watches. Like I'm into dainty accessories now. Something more minimal, I guess. I like in war watches but stopped after completely destroying one I really like in a high-speed cycling incident. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that. Man. Well, I'm glad to know that you turned out okay in the end, but yeah, I'm so sorry about the damage to your watch. I hope you weren't too hurt. I've been using my phone as a watch for the last decade. I did try a fitness tracker, but I just feel like it's a weight on my wrist. Yeah. After not wearing wrist accessories for a while, it can feel a bit like an annoyance almost. Like there's something because you're not used, like your skin isn't used to it, and yeah, your body isn't used to the weight, so it does tend to feel strange, and that's fine. Nice work on those rings, by the way. Thank you. Chunky watches are so cool. Pair them with chunky shoes. Big. Oh my gosh. Actually, that used to be my fashion. That literally was my fashion. I used to dress like a little boy when I was a kid. I would have like the huge cargo pants, oversized t-shirt, the chunky watch, and the oversized shoes. But I would say the oversized shoes, they're not they're not large by choice. It's just because my parents, they used to have this. I don't know if your parents ever done this, but my parents have this notion that they should buy me oversized everything because they think I'm gonna eventually grow into it. But joke's on them. I was an early bloomer, so I pretty much stopped growing while they were buying me like M size, L size shirts. The pink eye highlights are also very good. Thank you. Yeah, I like that touch. Like I was a bit I was a bit uncertain about adding too much of a pink accent, but I realized that it does go with the pinkish purple fuchsia accents from my flowers. So I think it works out pretty well. I wish I could use chunky watches, but I also have super duper thin wrists, right? The pain of having... Okay, but that's the thing though. If you have super thin wrists, the chunky watches look even larger, which I don't know. It can be kind of like a fashion statement in a way. That's what young me thought, at least. That was my logic. JN Code Jeans, is that a brand? I just kept on growing until I hit the 190 centimeter ceiling. Been stuck there ever since. I mean, would you want to be any taller? The exact same happened to me. Now half my clothes are a size too big. Ah, yeah. If only there was a way to reliably shrink your clothes. Sometimes there are... I do have older clothes that don't really... like, they're not well fitting on me, and I just wish I could resize them. Because I really love... I love repurposing old clothes that I haven't worn for a long time. Like a decade or so. Like revisiting old clothes sometimes is so satisfying. Gianco, I need to see those. I need to check those out. Wait, let me Google that. Because I do love me some huge jeans. I've been looking for baggy jeans actually. I'm guessing you pronounce them Jeanco. Oh my god, those are huge. Oh my god. Okay, when you guys said big baggy pants, I was not picturing, you know, I was picturing big and poofy and baggy, not this big. They're really wide. Oh my goodness, they almost look like flare skirts. That's how big they are. I unironically want to get or make myself some soap shoes someday. Soap shoes? Now that's new. I'm hearing a lot of new terms today. Very interesting. Soap shoes? They're radical. They really are. I've never seen a more radical pair of pants in my life. I love that Y2K fashion is coming back. So stuff like this is you know, making a comeback, and I love it. I love it so much. I recently discovered samurai jeans. Their stuff looks really good, but I'll save up for a while before I can buy one pants. Oh, are they really expensive? Okay, oh my god. Okay, 280. Oof. Yikes. I can see why you're holding off on that. It's so crazy that it's coming back. I love it. Well, in about 5 to 10 years, I predict that we're gonna see 2010s fashion make a comeback, which, while I'm not a big fan of the idea right now, I'm sure that's what people were thinking about Y2K fashion a few years back, before it came back, you know? Like, there's something really campy about Y2K fashion that is just, it's so over the top that you have to find it charming, right? Please don't. I knew immediately that you were going to say and dreaded the thought of you finishing that sentence. Well, I had to. We were all thinking that. Oh, wait. Could be... Eh? Oh. Oh wow, JNCO stands for Judge None Choose One. I honestly thought it just stood for Jean Co or something, because it's a, well, I assume it's a jeans company. I thought it just stood for Jean Co. Ooh, the passage of time. Oh my god, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry for bringing it up. It pains me just as much as it pains you. I feel one day I will be able to accept the passage of time gracefully, but not today. Today is not the day I do that. Malt is not dark enough. We are so close. I still need to change the color of the line arts. By the way, guys, I don't think we're gonna have time to play a horse game, just because it's getting a late, and I don't know how late I want to stay up. I might do maybe a separate stream, maybe in the day, perhaps. I haven't thought about it yet, but we might do a separate stream for horse game, just purely horse game, which probably wouldn't be a very long stream. Can't possibly take half as long as I do on my stupid illustrations. Sounds good. Good to hear. Yeah, I'm sorry if you guys were waiting for that. I don't know if anyone was waiting for that, honestly. It was kind of like a last minute thing because I did want to stream Uma Musume because I need your help, guys. I think I'm playing the game wrong. I'm not doing very well and I don't know where I'm going wrong. Yeah, I need some backseating. I need some backseating. Not like for my to train my horses. Like I feel like maybe my strategy is just lacking. I don't know. Thank you for understanding, guys. Okay, we're at the final stretch. We're at the final stretch. This is where I just go crazy and put highlights on everything. Apologies. Refer to all layers. Yeah, I really like that CSP is able to look at other layers when you're selecting things. It makes things so much more efficient. What are you gonna do for the background, by the way? I honestly haven't thought of it yet. Um, I don't even have an idea of what color I want it to be. It's probably gonna be either shades of lilac or blue or yellow. I haven't decided. Or it could be something completely different because yeah, when it comes to backgrounds, I just kind of wing it. I never really have a plan with them. I just start using the paint bucket tool and changing colors in the background and seeing what works. Oh wait, this hasn't been shaded. No, I missed out the small accessories. Oh dear. You should try playing around with tones. Like half tones? Like the circle, the print style shading? Is that the one you mean? Oh no. Yeah, like manga tones, yeah. Yeah, maybe. I haven't toyed around much with the manga tools per se. But I'll be sure to do that. I always forget that CSP was primarily made for manga creation. Because I see so many people using it as just an illustration tool. So I always get surprised when I see, oh, like that's those are manga, like motion lines or halftones, you know. I always forget. You can get other ones, but when you have it selected, press on the button on the little tab. Oh yeah. I think I've tried that before. It's the one. It's this one, right? The layer. Oh no, the. I don't think. Yeah. These ones. I've tried those out. I'm trying to see how I can fit those into my style, because I don't want it to look too much like manga, I guess. Because I'm not sure how well it fits my style. But yeah, I'd love to experiment more with tools like that in this software. I'm just trying to influence you into trying new things out so I get the courage to do it myself as well. Hey, practice what you preach. You know what? You should try it out, see how good it looks, and then you can convince me to do it. See? It works both ways. Like, I don't have to be the guinea pig all the time. I never do what I tell others to do for their own good. That's true. When I tell other people to get rest and have a good diet and drink water, guess who doesn't do that? I wonder why it's so easy to preach but not practice. It's like it's clear that you believe in, we believe in the things we preach in to an extent, right? But for some reason we never want to apply it to ourselves. I find that very fascinating. I drink 3 to 4. Wow, you are really healthy. I want to say I drink an approximate 350 to 500 milliliters a day. But that's not to say I don't drink other liquids, because that that's only because I drink a lot of tea. I drink a lot of tea, which, I mean, that contains mostly water, right? So I think it counts. Oh yeah, I'm not too concerned. Although I do end up dehydrated at the end of the day. I mean, coffee does dehydrate. Not coffee, sorry. Caffeine does dehydrate you quite a little bit, so that could be why as well. The tea that I'm drinking is also causing my dehydration. But we don't talk about that, right? We just talk about the fact that I am technically drinking liquids. 2 cups of... Whoa. So much for healthy. Hey, at least you make up for it by drinking lots of water. Because when I drink any kind of alcohol, I typically forget to drink any kind of water until, like, I don't know, the next morning. And then I end up really, really, really dehydrated. It's not very good. How do I invert this? All right. Same. Yeah. I think we all need to learn a little bit from our friend here. Our hydro homie. The one and only. I don't know, guys. I'm so bad at being healthy. Now that I'm a, fully independent adult, there's nothing stopping me from being, like, doing unhealthy, like having an unhealthy lifestyle, I have so much freedom. Yes, drink more beer. To be fair, 2 to 3 beers a day is a very German thing, I reckon. At least from experience with. Yeah, I know that there's a really huge drinking culture in Germany, but I reckon it's similar in Japan. No, I mean people are. I mean, it's kind of part of the work culture to drink. No. Awareness beer gives the body more water than its alcoholic content takes away. Oh, I didn't know that, because that's most definitely not how I feel after I drink beer. Am I just drinking? Maybe the beers I drink are too dry or something. I don't know. Do dry beers literally mean less water content? Or is that a really, really dumb question? I can't tell. Me who drank a whole bottle of... Oh, I've done my fair share of that. And I heard you drank it straight from the bottle itself. Which, you know, no shame in that. I used to do that as well. In my earlier school days. Which honestly wasn't that long ago, but yeah. Soju is yummy. It is true. I mean, it depends on the flavor. The unflavored ones are... No. Yucks. But the flavored ones, like the grape flavored ones or the apple flavored ones, too good. Especially the apple ones. I really like that one. People drink a lot here all the time, and I myself drink quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But beer for breakfast is something I've only ever done with... Oh yeah, I think, yeah, it's a very European thing. My friends who visited Europe, they told me that, when they went to Europe, they were essentially perpetually drunk because water was way more expensive than alcohol was, so they were just buying alcohol to hydrate themselves. I'm sure there was an element of them like wanting to actually drink, but for the most part they were saying like, you know, you might as well buy some alcohol, considering water is so much more expensive than the liquors. Which is so crazy. What does dry mean in alcohol then, if it's not the water content? Why do they call it dry? Is it because of the flavor? I was buzzed but not drunk. I could still walk and talk normally. Oh, not too bad. Because I feel like a whole bottle of soju is enough to make many people woozy. But I'm glad you are fine. That is good. No, I don't drink beer for breakfast. Not gonna lie, I've done that before. Well, not beer exactly, but I've on multiple occasions done like day drinking. But that's just because I don't have a strong grasp of time. Sometimes, like, I don't really mind the time. It's not because I want beer for breakfast. Had a big red solo cup of lychee soju with some ice Friday night off Kai. Ooh. Oh, that's crazy. You were kind of like a bouncer, but like a tipsy bouncer. That's such an interesting concept. Tipsy bouncer. That sounds like the name of like a potentially a hipster bar. That and friends in Osaka too. Last time I was there, I was nonstop buzzed the entire time. Oh jeez. I hope your livers are alright. How do people live long lives? Like, people in Japan on average have a high lifespan, but the lifestyle, man. Like, how do you guys do it? I couldn't imagine. Like, did you guys just win the metabolism lottery or something? I wasn't even tipsy is the worst part. Oh, that's how you know you're in the gutters. Saturday night, I had 3 shots and a couple beers after I was done with everything. I walked home a bit tipsy. Ah, okay. So that's kind of like your limit then. Yeah, I would think for someone who's in a culture where you're always drinking, I would think Yeah, your alcohol tolerance must be really high. It must be. On a pretty empty stomach, that's where things begin. Oh, same here. If I'm well fed, generally my tolerance is not too bad. But yeah, catch me on a day where I haven't had a single meal, which is pretty often actually. Then yeah, I'm cooked. Don't let me drink that bottle of soju. For now, I'm winning the metabolism lottery. I cannot wait to hit a certain age and have it nosedive. Oh god, yeah. Enjoy it while you can is all I can say. Fleeting youth. Am I right? I kind of want to drink now. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to drink now too. But I feel like I'm all tired out enough. I don't know if I should have like a can. I wanted to get some strong zero the other day, but I don't know why it's so hard to find. I found a bunch of strong zero in one of my like a local, I guess like nearby liquor store, and it was just a random like side of the road liquor store, mind you. But I didn't like at that time I didn't decided not to buy it, but the next week I had a craving for strong zero and I couldn't find it anywhere. Like not in the standard stores. Like I don't know, for some reason that thing seems to be rare or something. Water is a drink, go get some. That's true. You should go drink some oiter. And I should do that too. Yeah, I don't know. The self-discipline that Europeans must have has got to be crazy. I mean, is alcoholism a big thing there? Or is it just because it's so like embedded in your culture that it's not really a thing? Like, because drinking alcohol is so normal. What is it like? Because I imagine having that much access to alcohol would you would naturally think that a lot of people would turn alcoholic, but I don't know. Is that I feel like people would also be better like have better restraint? I don't know. Bavarians invented Oktoberfest. I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I miss my Jack Cokes. Oh, hard drinker. Yeah, I can't handle like a lot of hard liquor because like I used to drink quite a bit of them with like social when I was out with friends, so like social drinking. I can't really handle hard liquor well. But when it comes to, you know, stuff like I don't know, beers and wine, I think even to some extent I'm okay with vodka, but yeah, like I don't know, everything else seems to knock me out easy. he could get 0.5 liter cans of the best Chuhai any day, and he buys these stupid Jackie Coke cans there at every gas station here. Oh god. I love seeing your banters. It wouldn't be a proper stream without seeing banters from you two. Oh my gosh, I'm almost done. Every time I hang with mutual friends here, we make it a point to take a picture of the Jack coats and send them to him. Okay, that's really funny. That's really petty and really, really funny. Oh god, that's hilarious. Oh my goodness. I have lunch at 5 p.m. and he whines every time how it's midnight and he's hungry now. That's why I'm being subjected to this Jackie Coke bullying. Oh my goodness. So like, do they mix the Jack and like is it already pre-mixed? Cuz I thought people usually like hand mix their Jacks and their Cokes. I didn't know they had a pre-mix. But then again, I'm not really an alcohol aficionado. I see. Because you send like the most photogenic vegetarian pics out there. They do sell Lynchburg lemonade cans here. That was my Cope Chuhai until Strong Zero became easily available. Ah, I see. I have alternatives. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck with the sad 6% ones here. I mean, they taste good. Like, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's not a Strong Zero. Hello, Phobos and everyone. How is the doodling been? Hi, Hero. Nice to see you here. Hello. How are you doing? The doodles are going good. We are about almost done. Like I'm thinking of what kind of finishing touches I want to add, and I would say for the most part it's nearly done. I just need to think of a background, if anything. Hope you're doing well. Strong Zero in Japan is 9%. Yeah. No, they have like the... What is it? It's not called Strong Zero. It's like 196 or something, and it's kind of like the 6% version of Strong Zero. Yeah, that's the only one I'm able to find in most stores. Yes, I live. Backgrounds have a lot of variety. Yeah, I'm not particularly creative with backgrounds, so you know, I typically just I just go ham with the paint bucket tool and color it like every color of the rainbow, and I just look and see which one fits the best. That's basically my my background process. Suntory Sui Gin. Is that they don't make any good cans of it with ginger ale, so I mix it myself. Oh, I see. See. I want to be done with this so bad. There's still some tweaks that I might have to do. Like, I'm not particularly happy with the size. Not particularly happy with the size of the ears. I might size it up a little bit, because I think it's too small. A little bit too small. I need bigger ears to hear what everyone's yapping about in chat, you know? I want to get a good sake again. The Fuki Lapis Lazuli Junmai reminded me of how yummy sake is, and that I crave Junmai Daiginjo. Yo, those are... I feel like that... That's such a fancy name for... What is it? Gin? No, sake. Yeah. It's got Lapis Lazuli in its name. That's pretty badass. Oh, that limited Gamera neon shoe was extremely... Gamera? Yo, what are these? Yo, Japan has the craziest, like, liquor collabs or something. I know that Hollow does a lot of liquor collabs. Seems to be kind of a big thing in Japan. It came in a blue glass bottle and it came in a blue glass bottle, and the bottle had 2 different spots to put it on, straight up and angled. Ooh, that is really fancy. Cannot wait to open up my umeshu sake. Oh my gosh, guys, this has become... Is this like Alcoholics Anonymous? Is this what it feels like to be an AA? A friend gifted me a bottle of the limited Eurocam bottle sake back in 2019, and that was so good. They work with a regional brewery from the... Whoa, that's really cool. That's actually really cool. I don't think I'd ever open that up if I got one. That would stay in my cabinet forever. I went through a phase of being hooked on it until I couldn't drink it anymore. Aww. Maybe that's a good thing, actually. Stares at the 4-pack of Kirin Umeshu and normal. Guys, as long as you're drinking enough water, it's all good. Just make sure you're hydrating, okay? I am only mildly concerned. Just mildly. That empty bottle will stay on the top cabinet forever. That's fair. Yeah, that's probably what I would do as well. Actually, not really much of a drinker, just vibing listening to this brewery wisdom, right? I do drink a little bit, but yeah, nowhere. I'm nowhere near as much of an expert as they are. I feel like I'm learning though. The bar I went to for Dia's anniversary has a bunch of limited collab bottles on it. Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure there's a lot of them are collab bottles, I assume. Because yeah, the nature of the bar is they probably get a lot of like otakus, right? Otaku. I don't the plural for otaku is probably otaku. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I kind of like how it's turning out. Like it. Not sure, but I had strawberry soju and night. Ooh, strawberry soju, yummy. Hello. Oh no. This is a horrible pun. Wait, what's the pun? I might have missed it. Uh, there's a oh. Oh, okay. There's a district called Otaku. Okay, I get it. I get it. He always has to explain his puns to me. Yeah. I think you should explain it regardless of whether he understands. All the more funny if he does understand. Because there's nothing funnier than over explaining your jokes that everyone already understands. Hello. Hello, Bill. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're just doodling here. I'm just about to finish this piece. I've been working on it for a couple hours and we're finally almost done. But it's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. How am I the second most active? Oh my gosh, I just realized that's the... I think it's because people are switching off the feature. I think. So if you're not opted out, you're probably like next in the running, so to speak. I think. It's okay. Sometimes jokes go over my head and I simply laugh because I have no clue what's going on. You know, to be honest, I do that sometimes too. You're not gonna understand every single joke you hear, but just laugh. Just laugh and you'll be fine. totally not doing that right now. I didn't switch anything on. Yeah, it's on by default, so you have to go like personally go to your settings just to shut it off, and it's really annoying. I don't think anyone wanted this update, honestly. Yeah, it's kind of an annoying feature. I'm done with work freedom. Congratulations. Hope you get a good break after that whole day of hard work. Yo, these select, please. Okay. Okay, it's finally doing what I want it to do. Twitch integrated throwing system. Yeah, basically it. I feel like they're taking inspirations from Twitch, but you know, it's not a feature that people around here like very much. So feel free to switch it off. I think there should be guides online to teach you how to switch it off if it bothers you. Spray DV. I don't like the frequency of this brush. After spending 8 hours in front of bad screen, I will now go to another room and sit in front of good screen for the remainder of the day. Yay! That's the life, right? From one black mirror to another black mirror. That's my way. I think that's enough glitter. Maybe I'll add glitter to these two. Oop. Okay. Dear gosh, they need guides to turn these things off. They really do. I think, yeah, they are kind of intentionally making it cumbersome to switch off so that more people would use them, but honestly, like, no one's... I don't know, maybe there are communities out there that appreciate them, but I haven't seen anyone around these spaces, like, really liking them. Like, yes, let's turn chatting into a competition so that we are encouraged to spam streamers with, you know, like, mindless garbage. Does Phobos remind anyone else of Pokemon Scarlet? Wait, Pokemon Scarlet? Like the game? The game Pokemon Scarlet? Or are you referring to a character in Pokemon Scarlet? Because I've never heard that one before. That's interesting. No, maybe little? The prehistoric game? Do you mean do I look like a character from Pokemon Scarlet? YouTube is so good at making pointless features no one asked for. Yeah, remember the time when everybody's usernames turned back to like their handle instead of the chosen name that you picked for yourself so that you're identifiable to people? Yeah, that one. I'm so glad they removed that though, because that would have been... Ooh, that would have been really annoying. Considering a lot of people still have their default YouTube handles, which are just a random string of alphabets and numbers, that would have been really, really annoying. It was so awful, yeah, and yeah, thankfully it lasted, what, like a maximum of 2 days maybe? I'm so glad for that. I don't know if they implemented it by accident or they were super reactive to, you know, everyone's negative feedback, but either way, I'm glad it's gone. This is my favorite part, just adding random glitter everywhere. Everyone needs a little sparkle in their life. Honestly, my handle is kind of funny because I legit changed it 2 weeks prior to the time they used handles. Oh, really? Well, you're one of the fortunate ones. I've seen people legitimately, their handles are something like UAQ2-3ACQ. Yeah, there's like unidentifiable strings of digits. Oh, the final stage. I know I've been saying that for close to an hour now, but we really are at the final frontier, guys. What about the back? Oh, yeah, the background, of course. Oh God, I don't know what to do for the background. I'll be so honest. I feel, I kind of want to do something like like a gradient, like a soft gradient background, something like my 10K Daya piece that has kind of like a gradient that goes from orange to reddish. I want something like that for this because I want something simple that doesn't take away from the portrait, but also I want the colors to pop. Speaking of Case, I had a rough going for the 20K where she was wearing the I Want You dress, but then never finished it, and now too much time has passed. So, you know, you could, I don't know, you could repurpose it for like a 30K or a 40K. There's nothing to stop you from doing that, right? I mean, you haven't published it. Don't let good art go to waste just because the time has passed. That's what I'll say. And now... Oh. Dang it, I should have put the glitter on a different layer. I kind of can't really see the glitter now. I guess I get the feeling of feeling like a piece of art isn't relevant anymore, but yeah, I really think if it's a good piece of artwork, you shouldn't let it go to waste just because time has passed. And I will stand by that. If you're, especially if you're still proud of the piece. Yeah. Just get it done. You know? I feel like, I don't know. Should I come up with the background? I feel like... No, if I want to add more finishing touches. You know what? I might come up with a background and then wrap it up, but to be honest, I feel like I still want to potentially add some embellishments to really make it pop. And I should get working on the line art. The layer on its own. Eyes. Yeah, there's still certain proportion related things with the illustration that I'm not too particularly thrilled about. I'm gonna do a lot more tweaking after this. Yeah, I'm super locked in. I'm super locked in because I really want to finish this. But I think I might not be able to, and I feel like there's no point in me rushing it because I still want to do, like I said, I do still want to make some changes to some of the drawing. So I might take my time to touch it up, but for the most part, it is done-ish. I just need to fine tune, I guess, fine tune the details, the fine details, like putting on effects and such. It's looking so good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Happy to hear that. I think this is my first time properly drawing myself in in forever, really. I think the only times I've drawn myself recently have been for thumbnails, and a lot of them are kind of like shit post drawings, so yeah, they didn't really count as proper illustrations, I suppose. I wanted this one to look really good because this is eventually going to be my profile picture. So yeah, I want it to look really good. You really knocked it out of the park. It's looking fantastic. Thank you. I don't think this is some of the most polished I've seen you do lately. I'm learning. I just need to get the hang of CSP really. And I think I'm starting to get used to it. Oh yeah. Quite pleased with that. Yippee! Yeah, I do want the standards. I do want a more consistent standard in my art. So I've also kind of been using this specific piece to really solidify my style. Like I have this thing where my styles are perpetually changing between each illustration, so I kind of want to change that, you know. I want to find a style that I'm really happy with, that I can really call mine. Oh god. Uh-oh, my tummy is rumbling. My goodness, I have so many layers to the hair. I really should just... Oh, I can't combine them. God, I didn't layer my layers, my line art properly. Dang nabbit. Oops. Phew. my gosh, where's my clothes? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do this final touch-up and then I'm going to pretty much wrap up and end stream because it's getting way later than than I anticipated ending the stream. What's new? I work way too slowly, don't I? I feel like I've said this every single stream now where I said, oh, I'm gonna do a short stream. It's gonna be a short one, guys. Gonna be short. I'm not gonna stream for very long, and then I stream for very long, and I'm just like, Oh, silly me. Oh my me. I'm so silly, teehee. Slowly but surely. That's true. That's true. It's not about the speed, but it's about the quality. Although I do wish I had both, but alas, we are not all gifted like that. Oh my gosh, even my nose is a different layer. Okay. That's... Ooh. Okay, that's about all I can take, guys. I think it's time to stop extending extending the stream. I think we've made pretty good progress. I'd like to say I worked a little faster this time. Not really. I haven't colored this line art, which is annoying, but I'll do that in due time, but yummy! This is what it's gonna look like for the most part. Yeah. Add some finishing touches, and the next time you see this piece, it's gonna be my new profile picture, so look forward to that. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me on this very long-winded finish my art stream that I don't really finish, but kind of. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the time zone. And thank you so much. Thank you so much again for joining me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, take care, everyone. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. Thanks, everyone.